Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen, and boy do I have something yummy for you today. Now this is a wonderful side dish. I can just eat it for, give me a cracker or two and a little green salad and some of this rice and I'm in heaven. I love rice. So today I'm going to make cashew rice. You're going to want to try this. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is I've got a couple of tablespoons of butter in my pot. And I'm going to melt that, and I'm going to add a cup of chopped onions, 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms, a half a cup of cashews, and a half a cup of diced celery. And I'm going to cook that for about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to put everything else in, which is chicken bouillon, 2 cups of water, some black pepper and salt, and thyme, and my rice. And I'm going to bring that to a boil. And then I'm going to cut the fire down for about 15 minutes and cover it till the rice is tender. Okay, the butter is melting. I'm going to go ahead and put in, and I use the green part of the celery also. I like it. It has lots of flavor in it. And I like the way the little leaves look in the stuff that I'm cooking. There's my cashews, and all I had was salted cashews, so I hope they don't overload the salt in my recipe. I did not think to get me some that weren't salted to cook with. Let that simmer for a bit. Now my mushrooms are some freeze-dried mushrooms that I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and heat them along with this. And because those are the freeze-dried ones, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the butter in. The whole amount of butter is 5 tablespoons. So instead of adding this when I get ready to finish and add the rice, I'm going to go ahead and add it where there will be plenty of melted liquid in here for everything to cook. Put that down in there, and that'll help those mushrooms to go ahead and start rehydrating or refreshing, whatever word you want to use. And we just want the celery and the onions to become translucent. We don't want them to caramelize this time. So let's let that cook for about 5 minutes and I'll bring you back. Okay, it's been cooking for about 5 minutes and I can see that my onion is getting translucent and the celery's getting a little softer. I did add my clove of minced garlic at the end here. And I also, the recipe does not call for it. That's why you need to listen while I'm doing this instead of just trying to get a recipe and doing it on your own. I added a teaspoon of duck fat, which I ordered mine from Amazon in the beginning, but I found out I can get it a whole lot cheaper at H-E-B. And it just adds a little bit of stepped up flavor to it. Now, I'm going to add in my 2 cups of water with 1 package of onion soup mix. And when I first started making this, I did not add the onion soup mix, but I love the extra flavor that it gives it. So I've started adding in onion soup mix. And here's a tablespoon of Better Than Bouillon chicken. I know some of y'all don't like to use that, but I still use it. What a base for some delicious rice. We're going to have this with, I'm going to do pork chops some way. I'm not sure just what I'm going to do yet. And I've got a good recipe for carrots cooked with apples that I'm going to be bringing to y'all that's good. Okay, I'm going to stir in my black pepper, thyme, and salt. And because my mushrooms were freeze-dried and they require a little bit of liquid to rehydrate. I'm going to add just about 1/4 cup extra liquid, just to be sure that I have enough liquid for my rice. Flavor is amazing. I'm going to bring that up to a boil and I'm going to add my rice. I'm going to put the lid on, cut it down for 15 to 20 minutes till the rice is done. Okay, it's starting to boil. I'm going to add my 1 cup, and I'm using jasmine rice. That's my favorite that I usually use. Give it a stir. Bring it back up a little bit to a simmer, and then I'm going to put the lid on it and I'm going to put a little more black pepper in there. I love black pepper. I think you need to be able to see the black pepper. And if you don't like that much black pepper, that's fine. Go ahead and set my timer for I'm going to set it for 15 minutes. And I'll turn it on when I put my lid on now and turn it down. Cut it down to low. Cut my timer on for 15 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, y'all, while the rice is cooking, I'm going to show y'all some of the gadgets that I've used because y'all are interested in my little doodads. I've showed you before, this is my pepper grinder from Sur La Table, and it works like a ratchet. This goes back and forth. It's a lot easier than twisting and twisting and twisting. So it looks like Sur, S-U-R, La Table. And they have a website. If you don't have a store in your area, you can also get the Swedish dough hook. My Swedish dough hook came from Sur La Table, and y'all seen me use it a whole lot. This came from them. So that's another gadget that I use from them. I sure wish they'd reward me for advertising for them. Also, I use a garlic press. When I say minced garlic, I'm using a garlic press. You put your clove in, that little thing falls down on it, you squeeze it, the peeling stays inside, and the garlic comes out the little holes in the bottom. I cut up my onions and my celery most of the time using the Power Chef from Tupperware. You just put it in there, pull this little handle, and it just whizzes it up. Another trick that if some of y'all have not watched long enough for me to have told you about it, when you buy celery, if you will take your celery and wrap it in tin foil. Okay, this time I cut the bottom off where it would fit good. But just wrap it real snug in your tin foil. This will keep for weeks on end in the icebox. That's all you have to do. Just unwrap it and get you a piece out when you get ready. This has already been in there about a week and a half, and it's just like it just came from the store. I don't know who told me that a long time ago, but I've been doing it for years. But just in case you haven't already heard me say it, it works. Linda over at Linda's Pantry said she never had heard that before, but she started doing it when I told her about it, and yes ma'am, it works. So I just wanted to give y'all, 2 or 3 little tips. And for those of you that weren't listening to the last time I mentioned it, I like the olive wood wooden tools. You can order them off of eBay, off of eBay, probably so, but off of Amazon. A lot of your kitchen shops carry them. I have a lot from the Pampered Chef too. But what I want to tell you is, just as important as it is for me to season and keep my butcher block oiled, it's very important that you do your wooden kitchen spoons and stuff. You can use mineral oil or Sur La Table, and your kitchen stores has the product that the Booze Block Company puts out. The Booze Block Company puts out this, and it looks like kind of like Vaseline, and it's got mineral oil in it, I'm sure, but you just put it on there and rub it in real good, and then I take a paper towel and wipe it off, let it set maybe overnight, then rinse it off and they're ready to use. But it keeps them from being dry, and they'll almost get splintery when they get so dry. You have to season your wooden cooking utensils. Okay, I'm letting the rice cook, And I'll be back in just a little bit and show y'all what it looks like and taste of it. Then I'm going to decide how I'm going to cook the pork chops to go with it. I've got to cook them because they got to be cooked or frozen, and I think I'd rather cook them. Okay, y'all, the rice is done. Look at that. Oh, my word. It is melt in your mouth delicious. Y'all going to want to get this recipe written down and make it just as fast as you can. You're going to love it. I'm going to hang around in the kitchen for a while, and I'm going to cook a couple of more things, and y'all will see them in the upcoming days. Hope you have a blessed day. Come right back here tomorrow, and we will have something good. The good Lord bless you, and don't forget to bless Him back. Give him his rightful thanks in His honorable place in your life and home.